Everyone, and welcome to the mid matchup round two review. I'm joined as always by Joel Gibson, and who's become a frequent flyer, Cody. Hi, Cody. How you doing?
I've been better.
I bet you've been better. I'm Mr. Modest, aka Buzzsaw, aka Kamish, aka Mr. Has the Trophy, who still hasn't engraved it yet. Confidence is still there, still blank. Um, guys, I'm just really excited. We're going to get right into the matchups here. We'll start, as always, with the champs matchup. His quest for three in a row seems to be going okay. Up 7-6 on Cody. Cody, how do you feel?
I feel like I've just had some bad luck, and it's not even with injuries, just simply, games that I was having in my bye week, if you will. I have just a bunch of 6-4-1s, 6-3-1s. There's Brunson playing 47 seconds. Podol dislocated his pinky today. I mean, just a bunch of bad luck. I mean, Paul George was in a game that went 89-88, which also included Anthony Edwards, who happened to put up a good stat line. Shout out to him. But words, just words of bad luck.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards missed half that game as well, the last one, because of a baby.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I thought that he might have gotten into an argument with a coach or something like that. But no, it's just, I didn't know he was expecting. Congratulations to him. He had dad power today, so good for him.
I'd like to say something on that regard. He was trying to pay some girl about this baby. This was months ago. You seen it? Not you, but I think I might have put it in the chat. But he was, Anthony, you're on my team. I love you, so forgive me if I'm misspeaking. But something along the lines of he was trying to offer like $100,000 for an abortion or something.
Yes, he was trying to get her to. Yeah, we all kind of talked about it. And wasn't he on like TikTok or some shit, Snapchat or whatever that we posted or what have you? Yeah, that's a rough look. And then he had to leave half a game. Well, that explains why he came back so fast. He didn't give a shit.
He didn't have to leave the game. I'm all for. Here's the thing. I'm all for being a dad. Shout out to all the dads. Good at but
I can woo at that.
Respectfully, you didn't want. You need to show up and you need to stay there. Okay, you want to play through an ankle injury and then you go for the birth of the child that you were trying to. I feel like I'm going down a rabbit hole and I'm going to stop now. But just lots of bad luck on my team this last week.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is I'd just like to thank you for making your lineup snafu today because it made me feel better about my Jemson ad yesterday that I completely fucked. You can't really trust Memphis, and I tried to trust him and it didn't work. So thank you for making that even. I too have been experiencing some bad luck. Maybe Hero will come back this week. Maybe Booker will come back this week.
Maybe they won't.
And maybe they won't. I got really nervous when Bam went down and left the game with a hip because it was the same hip that he's been struggling with all season. So he might be more injured than they're letting on, but he'll be big in the categories. But like I was speaking about with you a little bit earlier, I had a plan coming into this with you, Cody, and I actually wrote out a big plan. I had a couple of weeks. I made this plan, and you're going to find out 7-6 in these specific categories. I'm going to send this plan to you, and if you refuse to read it, okay, I'm going to send this plan to Joel, and if Joel refuses to read it, I'm going to put this plan into my championship review at the end of the season should I win, and then everybody's going to know about the plan. It is scary accurate to what's going on right now. That being said, I'm not going to waver. I think I'm going to pull this off by the end of the week. I think that you should have had a lead at the end of today, and I am standing strong with myself.
I think that I would have had a lead if Anthony Edwards didn't leave to go see his child.
That he didn't what? I get it.
Yeah. And I would have rather Jalen Brunson just not play 47 seconds.
Yeah, when he twinged it, I watched it, and it was non-contact, so I hope he's okay. I never want to wish injury on anybody. I'm always very anti-injury, but if it happens, especially to one of your players, I'm not going to be like mad about it. I just really hope that he didn't like seriously hurt himself, because that was the knee that he's been questionable on for a while now. So I just really hope that he didn't like ping something in it. We'll see
He was questionable with a knee for a while.
Recently, he's been questionable with knee issues. He's always played, but he's had the question.
I thought he rolled his ankle.
Oh, I thought it always has been the knee they were putting him as questionable. Either way,
I thought it was right before the All-Star break he rolled his ankle.
Oh, I thought it was the knee. Well, see, now I'm backwards. So, either way, I hope he's not injured. And I assume you're going to stay picking yourself, or has all hope been lost?
Well, I'm not picking you.
Okay, all right. I mean,
no, I don't know what to even make of things. Today was, for the record, even if I played Nembhard, I still wasn't going to be in the lead at the end of the day. So I really don't even want to, like, yeah, the extra, two pointers would have made some things closer. He didn't take any free throws, so, I don't think it really wouldn't have mattered in terms of the lead today. Right. If anything, you know what? I'm saying it here. I'm going to get 2 triple doubles. I'm going to win this matchup.
Okay, I like it. I love it. And Joker's not going to have 1 this coming week.
He only plays 3 times. I'll ride the wagon.
All right. Joel, we haven't heard much from you, and I expect that's just because Cody and I keep rambling. What are your thoughts?
Well, I have a question for each of you.
Okay.
Who wants me to go out first?
Whichever one you'd like.
All right. Cody, here's my question for you.
I already know where you're going, and it's not happening.
I don't think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, so shut your damn mouth.
Given moment, would you rather still have Jalen Suggs on your team?
I honestly have no idea what Jalen Suggs has been doing.
Well, he's fucking playing, so it's more than OG Anunoby's doing.
That's so true.
Long term, I would rather have OG, and this is a dynasty league, so I'm fine.
I think that you actually the answer is wrong for short term and long term. I think he's going to be really good. And then, all right, Brandon.
Yeah.
What was my question for you? Fuck.
Figure it out.
Was it something to do with?
I know what it was. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Awfully feisty for a guy who lost in the first round.
I know.
That Cavs game. What was it like when Max Strus was just fucking lighting a fire under your ass? And it was super exciting in person, but it was also just lighting a fucking fire, or lighting a hole in your team at the same time.
Yeah, I'll speak on that a little bit. And that's a great question, Joel. I appreciate that question. It was a very exciting game, and watching them come back and win, and watching the second longest game winner in NBA history was so cool. Honestly, it was so cool. But for the last, 4 minutes where he shot 5 threes and just was not missing, I just kept looking over at you, and I swear my eyes just said dismay the whole time. Like, I was trying to be excited, but I was bummed.
Man, it had to be such a weird range of emotions for you. All I could feel was excitement, but I knew he was just throwing gut punches to you the whole time. It was great.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have a question for you, Joel. Who's going to win this matchup?
I'm going to pick you because you're healthier.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Okay, great. I'm glad. That's excited. But it could change on a dime. Like I said, I haven't had the best luck, and let's hope Bam's healthy. And every time now I'm just nervous throughout the day. It's like, who's going to be out today? The one day, Cody and I had to combine, like 6 questionable players out of a possible 15 or something like that. It was absolutely absurd. And keep in mind, that was a day that I had more questionable players. So keep that in mind as well when we talk about injuries. Let's just say that, okay?
Questionable to finishing games. Who's winning that battle?
All right, well, I mean, you know me, I like to finish, so.
Well, tell Oliver I said hello.
I will. 8 months, 2 days ago. So he's getting big. All right. Well, second matchup is Phil kind of just shellacking Doug. Now I don't know if this was just to really rub it in Doug's face today. It was super disrespectful. But Phil did not play Luka today. Didn't play a couple other players. I don't think it's going to matter because Doug, without having Ball and Scotty, I think after Scotty went down, it kind of sealed Doug's season, even if Ball came back. Scotty was red hot. And so I don't think it'll matter that Phil didn't set his lineups. But I will say, if he pulls that shit in the championship against either you or I don't think it'll be the same outcome. I'm going to continue to pick Phil in this matchup. But that's really all I have to say on it. Really tough luck for Doug, because he was red hot at the end of the season. He had the longest win streak at the end of the season. And a really good season from Doug. Just really, really bad luck here at the end.
Yeah, I just don't see Doug taking this. Just looking at the score and looking at the amount of bodies that Doug has injured, Phil's just got too high a lead and too solid of a team right now, unfortunately, for Doug. If both sides were completely healthy, this would be quite the battle, but it's just not the case right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Phil didn't need to do anything. I'm looking right now. Forgive me. I'm just like getting my ammunition, if you will. And something that I noticed with Phil's matchup is he's only had 49 players play, and he's not at the top of every leaderboard, but he's competing, and that just tells me it's like, if he would just set his lineup. I mean, if that Luka, what was it? What do you have on his bench today?
A triple-double, a 38-point triple-double, I think.
I bet you that puts him higher up on the board on all the categories. Buddy Hield, same thing. I mean, he would be literally beating you and I right now. That would put him at 52, and you and I are at 62 and 63, if I'm not mistaken. Players played, yeah. So I'm just, I think Phil's just toying with all of us. He's just like, I'll whoop all of you, and I don't need to really worry about it. Now, obviously, that's not what we want to see. You want to beat everybody at their best, whatever. I get it, but it just, his team is. That's why I picked him in this matchup.
That's it.
I don't really have words.
I get it.
I just don't have words for what he's doing with not a full lineup.
Yeah, it's tough. Now, there are some question marks, especially down the stretch. Is Triple J going to play? There's a lot of different things that I think go into his team in general, and I think he's beatable. And I almost beat him when we played, I think. Was he the one I almost beat? Yeah, because Joel, beat my ass in that week. But my only other loss was to Phil. So I have a plan for him already as well. You'll be happy to know. Maybe I'll post that one in the video if I win. But like I said, I just like to see people set their lineups at the end of the day. If you're telling me that it was purely to rub it in Doug's face, then that's kind of funny. But also, it's still your best player, and you never know what can happen. Like, if he starts setting his lineups and then next week somehow Doug plays enough players. I don't think it'll happen. It'd be crazy. Doug has 12 ads. Like, he would need a hell of a run. But I still just think, just set your lineups, especially in the playoffs. Like, you can give me all the excuses you want in the regular season, and most of the time I'll still be upset, but at least I'll understand. But we're talking about the Final Four here, and I don't care what scores you're putting up. Just, have the respect for everybody in the league to set your lineups. I think that's big for me, and I think that's always been big for me.
Yeah.
That said, anything else on this matchup, Joel?
No, that's it for me.
Cody?
I think it's interesting. He has red flags next to Porzingis, Jaren Jackson, and Anthony Davis. I think that's more noteworthy than anything. I was going to say something else. I forgot what it was, but just set your lineup. For me, I spend all morning and then all afternoon minus working, but his team is definitely very scary.
For sure. Now, the last thing I want to shout out is the random Kyle ads in the middle of the week. I did not know Kyle still knew the league existed at this point. Not very active on the wire at all throughout the season, and now all of a sudden makes 2 ads, I guess, to clear cap space for Russell Westbrook. Okay. Shout out to Kyle for just watching that wire like a ball hawk. Cody.
CJ, hit me up. I'll add him for you. We can come to an agreement in the off season.
Joel, I assume you'll extend the same offer.
Yeah, Siege, if you want to throw me a draft pick, I will be happy to pick up Westbrook for you. Kyle, smooth operate. When Lou Dort is on the wire, you can't leave him out there.
You can't leave him out there. You can't.
I also think it's super interesting that he has his draft pick in maybe 5 years, and he's still in contention for that first pick.
Yeah, he just really, really going at it. Everybody loves it. The nice thing is, and I brought this up to Joel as well, if you're still setting your lineups, Fantrax is still keeping your score. If you go into all the teams and you try to separate, the most annoying thing is trying to separate leaders, like especially for the percentages and stuff, because the other teams are still being at least scored regardless of them setting their lineups. But shout out to Kyle. Like I said, shout out to people watching on the wire. I know Joel made some ads as well, added some young talent earlier in the week. Love to see it in a dynasty league. But I do want to keep in mind to both of you, if you're going to get CJ on this deal, remember free agency starts at the end of the NBA season. So he'll get his free agent money at the end of the NBA season. So if you're going to have a deal in place, I'm just helping you both out. Make sure it's before the end of the NBA season, or he'll just be able to add them himself.
I don't think that helps either of us.
Yeah, thanks for that, asshole.
That 100% helps you. That 100% helps you.
No, it doesn't. It tells him that he can just wait it out.
That's true. But if you add him before the free agent money resets, then you'll have him, and it won't matter. CJ can't add him. See that? I actually helped you. You're welcome. Helped you twice.
Just get this matchup over with first.
Cody, I'm going to bid $10 on him.
You go, girl. I'll be sure to bid -5 of your money.
Yeah, then, Joel, make sure you use the rest of the money you were going to use for the rest of the playoffs to pay him down to negative money, because then he might actually be an asset. All right. Well, this is going to be the end unless either of you two have anything else to say.
No. God, no.
Yeah, I just pray for me. I did wish Eric a happy birthday today. Today is Eric's birthday. Not that he watches this, but I did ask him that if he would sacrifice his candle wish to wish for me to win this matchup, and it doesn't seem like he did that.
Well, we'll see how the rest of it goes. Good luck to the other matchup. I assume Phil will win. Cody, good luck to you. And may the fantasy gods be with both of us.
Good luck, and I really don't wish them for you.
Wow, that is rude. Do you see how... Wow, that's on video, sir.
I need luck, okay? I've had bad luck this last 4 days.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Championship round coming. Not engraved. Bye, everyone.